everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at a game called Mana Mana, or to every Muppets fan in the world, Mana Mana. You're going to deal with that everywhere you teach this. This is a very, very simple game. There's some theme on here which no one cares about. It is about collecting cards of set and collecting mana for points. Very simple game. Let me show you. In this game, you are trying to collect both cards and mana tokens. The deck, you're going to turn over the 5 bottom cards of the shuffle deck, turn them sideways, kind of to indicate when the game ends. Not every card will be in there. There are 12 cards of 6 different colors in the deck. You'll have 5 of them face up. These are you can see the other cards are blue, purple, and black. So each player is going to start with 1 random card in their hand. And then on your turn, you have 2 options. You can take cards from display. You can take as many cards of one color as you can, but for each extra card that you take, you have to pay a mana. So I can take this blue one, for example, which will then be replaced. It's the next person's turn. I could take 2 green ones, but since I took an extra card, I have to pay a mana. So if you want to take more cards, you have to pay a mana. The other thing that you can do is you can play cards in front of you. And you'll have to do this eventually because you're not allowed to have more than 10 cards. So you can lay cards in front of you of any color you don't have. So let's say this is the area in front of me. I could say I'm going to play 2 greens. If I get greens later on, there's nothing I can do about it in front of me, but I could start 1 of each of the different colors. If someone else has cards in front of them and there's less than 6, you can add to that. So Billy Bob might play 2 more greens on me. Whenever you play cards, you're going to follow this chart to get mana. So the first card gives you 2 mana, 2 cards. The second card gives you 1, 3, 2, so on and so forth. 6 gives you 6 mana. But you're only going to get the number that exists after you play cards. So I have 4 green. Someone might play 1 green on me to take 4, or they can play 2 green to get 6. Once you have 6, you take it. That color can no longer be played in front of you. This will continue on until you've gone through all these cards. So like I said, not every card's in the game. You'll then add all your cards, plus all the mana tokens you've collected, and whoever has the most is the winner. Alright, that's it. Very, very easy, simple card collection game with an interesting little economy thrown in there. So you have to sit there and think. So let's say I collect 3 purple cards. Well, do I play all 3 in front of me? Because when I play 3 cards in front of me, that's going to give me 3 points, because every card in front of me at the end of the game is worth a point, and 2 mana, so 5 points total. But then I might want to spend a couple of those mana to get more cards to play. You definitely want to play cards in front of you if you can, but maybe just 1, because 1 card in front of you gives 2 mana. But then you're letting other people kind of just keep throwing a couple cards in front of you. And, you know, if you have 5 cards in front of you, I play a 6 card in front of you, you get 1 more point, but I get 6 mana. So I come ahead by quite a few points. That's interesting. It's a funny little kind of filler-esque game. Now, this box, this theme, everything, the little black discs, nothing is really selling this game. This is the kind of game, if you see it out there, you might be interested. You might stop by and look at it. But I don't think a lot of people are really going to jump all over this. I'd give it a 7 though, because it is it's a fun little try to figure out how many things, but it's not a very thinky game either. I mean, it is thinky, and it is actually more of a game there than you think, but just there's 3 purple cards out there. Do I pay 2 points to take all 3? But then if I take all 3 and play them on someone else's 3 purple cards in front of them, I've just gotten 6 points. So paying 2 points to get 6 points, even though I just gave you 3 points, is that worth it? Now, some of you are thinking, that's a lot of math. It is a lot of math in a very small space. So I don't think you have to worry too much about it. Also, it's a really fast game. Draw cards, draw cards, draw cards, play cards, play cards. Play colors in front of you. Once you play color, you add it to someone else. There's a bit of a rummy flavor to the game, and then some sort of theme that's involved in there too. You are striving for mana, the life force of the Maori. To this end, you collect the symbols of courage. I can't even read it. That's so dumb. But it's a fun little game, easy to pick up and play. So if you want something that's past 10 minutes or whatever before the big game, this is one to try out. I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching Mana Mana. on the Dice Tower.